Hello, this is Philip from Marine Magnetics, and today I will be guiding you through the setup of the Explorer magnetometer. The Explorer is a highly sensitive total field magnetometer designed for marine use. Its lightweight, compact size and low power consumption make it the perfect tool for shallow water surveys and deployment behind AUVs, ASVs, and side-scan sonars. In this section, I will walk you through the components of the Explorer system. The Explorer towfish contains the overhauser sensor and electronics. Your towfish will be rated for an operating depth between 300 and 1,000 meters depending on the model. The Explorer may also contain an optional pressure sensor used to determine the towfish's depth. This is the power isolator, which provides clean power to the towfish while isolating it from the logging computer and power source. The power isolator is splash-proof but not waterproof. This is the AC power supply, a universal adapter that accepts voltages from 120 to 240 volts AC and provides a regulated 24-volt DC output. The grounding prong is essential to minimize electrical noise and ensure safe operation. The unit can also be powered by a 12-volt or 24-volt DC source using the optional battery clip cable. This is the USB computer cable that connects the power isolator to the survey computer, creating a virtual COM port. An optional RS-232 cable allows you to connect to the computer with a serial port. The tow cable is a high-strength braided Kevlar 4-conductor shielded cable that delivers both power to the Explorer and telemetry back to the surface. It can withstand loads of up to 1,000 pounds without sustaining damage and up to 6,000 pounds without breaking. In this section, I will guide you through setting up the Explorer. You will see that this is a quick and easy deployment, as the system was designed to be assembled without the use of tools. First, we will connect the power isolator to our computer using the gray USB or RS-232 cable. When connecting cables to the power isolator, ensure that you use the proper connectors by verifying that the pins on the male and female sides are aligned. You will then line up the guide slot and gently push the connectors together. Finally, you can rotate the locking ring to secure the connection. We will now plug the AC power supply into the power isolator and the other end into a power outlet. Alternatively, you can use the battery clip cable by connecting the alligator clips to a vehicle battery. When the power isolator is powered up, you will notice the top power LED glows red. When the Explorer is connected to the isolator, this LED turns green. The bottom LED is the communications LED. It will flash green once the towfish is transmitting data. We can now connect the tow cable to the power isolator using the 4-pin male connector and attach the brass end of the tow cable to the Explorer. To connect the cable, line up the locking slot on the male connector with the groove on the female side and insert all the way up to the locking ridge. Use the brass locking nut to securely fasten the connector in place. Ensure that no part of the thread is visible and the bend restrictor cannot rotate. This indicates a proper connection. The survey GPS should now be connected to your computer by a USB or serial cable. When surveying, take note of the offset between the GPS antenna and the towfish, as it's used for the layback calculation in our acquisition software. Finally, the tow cable should be firmly secured to the survey vessel. You are now ready to deploy your towfish and begin your survey. Please note that depending on the options selected when an Explorer system is purchased, yours may look slightly different than the system outlined here. If you have an AUV or side-scan sonar integration, please refer to the associated manuals or videos. In this section, I will show you how to set up the Marine Magnetics free Bob software for data acquisition from the Explorer magnetometer. This software package is designed to enable the acquisition of marine magnetic data collected by Marine Magnetics magnetometers. You can also purchase the optional BAM module, which adds data processing and map creation workflows to Bob projects. If you don't have Bob installed, it can be downloaded from the Marine Magnetics website. You must first start a new survey in Bob to begin collecting magnetic data from the Explorer. First, you will select the cSPI/Explorer option from the Select Mag Type dropdown and indicate No for if your magnetometer has an altimeter, as this is currently not an option for the Explorer. You will then need to enter a survey name at a minimum, but you can also enter optional details like location, surveyor, and notes. Next can now be clicked to go to the Connect GPS screen. This dialog allows you to connect to a survey GPS that is connected to your computer. First, you will select the COM port that the GPS is using. If you do not know the COM port that your GPS and magnetometer are using, you can simply open the device manager from your computer's control panel. Here, we can look under the ports section and see which COM port is for our GPS and which COM port is our mag. If your magnetometer and GPS are not showing up, please check that they are powered and connected to your computer. Now that we have selected our COM port, we must also select the baud rate of the GPS, which will be specific to your GPS model. We can then click Connect. If the GPS is functioning correctly, you will see the data streaming in the command window. We will then hit Next to get to the Connect Mag screen. We will first select the COM port for the Explorer. This is the virtual COM port that was created when the power isolator is connected to the computer. We will then select the baud rate. It should already be set, but the power isolator's baud rate is 9600. Then we will hit Connect. If everything is working correctly, you should now see messages from the magnetometer. Here, we can also set the sampling rate of the Explorer. By default, it is 2 Hz. We can now test the mag's response by clicking the Test Sampling button. If everything is working correctly, you will see the data stream coming in from the Explorer. You should also look at the status indicators to determine if the signal strength of the sensor is low, the magnetic gradient is too high, or a leak is detected. A green status means that there are no issues, and a red or yellow status means that an issue needs to be addressed. We can now turn test sampling off and click to go to the Sync and Confirm window. Here, you can confirm your Explorer's model and configuration, confirm your GPS settings, and set your GPS layback and offset from the towfish to the GPS receiver. We will first confirm our mag settings and zero the pressure sensor if your Explorer has one. To do this, you'll want to have your mag in the water to acclimate to its temperature. Once the mag's temperature has adjusted to the water temperature, we can then bring it to the surface and hit zero depth sensor. Finally, we will check the time synchronization between the mag and our reference clock. We advise syncing the mag to the GPS time, as it will be the most accurate option. You are now ready to survey, so you can hit Done. You will now see the main Bob interface being loaded. All we will need to do is click the Sample and Record button to begin surveying. To learn more about survey planning and best survey practices, be sure to read the Bob manual on mariemagnetics.com and watch the related videos on our YouTube channel. Good luck on your survey.